Maitreya, 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 Maitreya.
Michael, would you please give us the time and the date?
Yes. Yes, the time is 8:01 p.m. Pacific Time. The date is February 10th, 2018. We are here in our beautiful home in Mission Viejo, California, United States of America.
Thank you, Michael.
We welcome all of our celestial visitors tonight, and we especially pray for world peace, as this is also our worldwide prayer circle for world peace.
Yes, thank you, Michael. And we do hope that people are praying for world peace. It's so vital for us to have this magisterial mission successful. We have to secure world peace, to put into place all of the wonderful things that Maitreya wants us to have. Tonight we are welcoming the Infinite Mother, and she is on our right. We welcome you, Infinite Mother. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Yes, welcome.
I feel very blessed that you are here. So she is on our right, okay? On our left, we have Maitreya, Lord Maitreya. The Infinite Mother is on the right. And on our left, far left, we have Lord Maitreya. Lord Maitreya, we salute you. We do. We salute you. You are the captain of all of the earth, of our troops, of our armies, our navies, our air force. You are the captain of all of the military of the world, the Marines, Coast Guard. You are truly our sovereign of the whole world, and we thank you so much for attending this meeting tonight.
Yes, thank you, Lord Maitreya, for being here tonight.
In the center between the Infinite Mother on the right and Lord Maitreya on the left, we have 4 Trinity Teacher Sons. Now, I understand that the 4 of you are not incarnating. Is that correct? Yes. Have we had you 4 before? It does not seem that we recognize the 4 here, and that is the truth. These are another group of Trinity Teacher Sons, and you are not incarnating. Is that correct? That is correct. These are non-incarnating. Now, we were told that there were 4 Trinity Teacher Sons that are incarnating, and there are 4 that are not. So, but you are not that either of those groups. You are a new group that is being introduced to us. Yes, this is a new group of non-incarnating Trinity Teacher Sons, a new group. You know, it just seems like the team of Lord Maitreya is growing and growing. And so we are so happy to be able to meet 4 more of the Trinity Teacher Sons, I know the numbers of Melchizedek's and Trinity Teacher Sons and even of Michael's. It's such a great number, and it's hard to imagine so many celestials. But we are honored to have a new group of non-incarnating Trinity Teacher Sons. Thank you again for coming.
Yes, thank you.
I know if you read in the Urantia book, you get the numbers of so many celestials in these different groups. It's just staggering. And I know that every single one of you, we are told, has a personal name.
Mm-hmm.
And we're honored that we're able to have you visit and that you've come to us personally. That's really wonderful. Lord Maitreya, I did not expect you tonight. I had been told that the Infinite Mother was coming, and I was told that for non-incarnating Trinity Teacher Sons were coming, but I was not told that you were coming. In fact, I didn't think you were coming in February, but now you are here. So we are so honored, and somehow I did not get that message. No, I did not. So we thank you for being here.
Are you here for a message, Lord Maitreya?
He is affirming.
So if you're here for a message, then this would be your 17th message.
That is correct.
And we are very happy to receive your message tonight. And we're happy to receive all of your messages, Lord Maitreya. We've put some of them out, and boy, if I had some extra time to really work at it, I'd love to get all the messages out. But we have some of the messages out, and we certainly welcome your 17th message tonight. And again, thank you, Infinite Mother Spirit, for coming. And thank you for Trinity Teacher Sons for being here tonight. Whatever you have to say to us, our hearts are open, and our minds are open to any guidance or any messages you have today. And we ask that you please help our planet to attain that goal of world peace. And we thank, of course, the Universal Father who is supporting us in our quest for world peace. So I say, world peace, world peace, world peace.
Yes, thank you. Now, I was told that the 4 Trinity Teacher Sons that are coming are non-incarnating, but I am under the impression that this is something new, because all 4 of you are obviously female. So I do, please accept my apology for calling you Trinity Teacher Sons, but I didn't know what else to call you. In the Urantia book, they do talk about the Trinity Teacher Sons, but not in a gender way except saying sons.
Yeah, we just all, usually reading the Urantia book, assume that all of these beings, unless named, are male. So please forgive us for for anticipating you being male.
Yes.
And of course, we know from other team meetings that there are female Melchizedeks and there are female Paradise Sons or Paradise Daughters. And we know, of course, there's the Universal Mother and the Infinite Mother Spirit and the Local Universe Mother Spirit.
The Eternal Mother Son.
Oh yes, and of course the Eternal Mother Son.
Uh-huh.
Well, welcome.
Well, I apologize because I didn't know what else to do except introduce you as Trinity Teacher Sons, because I don't know what to call you.
How about Trinity Teacher Daughters? Is that appropriate?
No, they don't really want that, but neither do they want Trinity Teacher Sons. But that was the only way that they could tell me who is coming, because they are, but they are all female here. So until you let me know what you would like to be called, we will continue calling you Trinity Teacher Celestials, if that's all right. No, they don't want that either. They would just prefer we called them Trinity Teacher Personalities for the moment. They all have their own names, personal names, but we have not been given those yet. As I say, I truly thought we were having 4 male Trinity Teacher Sons, and I do apologize for that, but obviously you are not. But we are so delighted that you have come, and this is wonderful because this opens up a new perspective that we have of Trinity Teacher Sons, knowing that within the group perhaps, or whether you are a separate group and you're saying no, it's not a separate group, that you are in the group of Trinity Teacher Sons, that there are female members. So we are delighted to have you.
I'd just like to ask you a question before we move on here. Trinity Teacher Personalities, are you the female aspect or the female consorts of a male Trinity Teacher personality or personality son?
Not necessarily. No. Actually not. That answer rather shocks me because that would seem a logical consequence, but they're saying no. In this case, no. Now, in the Urantia book, they do say that the archangels have a complementary personality in the female and the male.
Cherubim,
and the cherubim,
Sanabim.
local universe father, local universe mother, so forth. But she is saying, no, they are not. None of these have a complementary Trinity Teacher Son that is male. No. But do you have a complementary male consort? They do.
Okay, so just not functioning in the role of a Trinity Teacher personality then.
Correct.
But you do have a male aspect.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They do. And their male aspect, their partner, no, they don't want to use the word partner because they function differently. Their male consort, no, they don't like consort either. Complement, okay. Has a different function and a different title.
There's also polarity too.
Yes, possibly, but they don't want to use that either.
Okay, so they have a different function.
A different function and a different title.
Different title,
yes,
different function. Okay.
Do you ever work together? No, you don't. Oh my goodness. You don't. But you do come together. They do. They do. But their function. Now, what about, are your functions ever the same at times? No. But you do come together. Very often. No. But you do come together. All right. Well, thank you.
Are you for Trinity Teacher personalities? Are you functioning as Trinity Teacher personalities just for this magisterial mission, or are you mainly Trinity Teacher personalities in whatever job or whatever mission you are trying to fulfill?
They are saying that that is a very good question because it is the truth. They are functioning as Trinity Teacher Sons, we'll use the term personalities, for this magisterial mission, but not as their priority job that they have, not as the priority job that they have. And when you're in that priority job, do you work with your complement? No, you still don't. All right, that's fine, and I'm sure that that works out. Alex is here. Would you like to have a question, dear? Maitreya is on the left, and we have the Infinite Mother on the right, and We have 4 female personalities in the center. Maitreya is here if you would like to ask him a question. Go ahead.
I just wonder, Maitreya,
Yes, Lord Maitreya.
should I make a dematerializer to change different objects into food for the poor so they can have it and like have food?
He's saying yes, but you have to make it a real concrete project and have real concrete ideas behind it. And you have to actually make it physical food for people. It's a wonderful thing that you're trying to think of something in some way in your own heart to help people who are starving. Thank you, Maitreya, for trying to help Alexander.
How has work been going with you?
Not well.
Oh.
He says not well.
With people going on there, with people just being absolute cavemen, I guess?
Yes, I guess so. I guess you're used to that, Maitreya. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that some of us are not.
Perfect is... None of us can be perfect. I know that much. Also, should I make music? Like, if so, what type?
You should. He thinks you should. Actually, he would like everyone to make some music of their own. Every person should try and sing or make some music, or at least listen to it and try and copy it in their own way somehow.
Should I continue with a lot of my ideas?
Of course you should. He's suggesting that you talk to Bryce the next time he comes about the music. Okay? Yes.
Also, made any new breakthroughs at all?
He has. He has. He says yes. He has. He has begun with a very strong beginning on this second year of the Magisterial Mission that is going to be beginning in March. And he is starting to work with much more strength and vitality so that people will start to notice that he is certainly around. He will say that Ceres, she is very interested in making food products that are more healthy for people, made of grains, the wheat and the corn and the rye and
I think,
rice and so forth.
at some point, I think all the angels I know on the other plane should come sometime.
Well, we're having 4 non-incarnating Trinity Teacher personalities here tonight that we have never met before.
Oh.
So there are 4 new ones tonight. And they are all female. They're lovely ladies. And I did not know that they were coming. I thought Trinity Teacher Sons were coming, and I did not know. Thank you for your questions, and thank Lord Maitreya.
Thank you.
Yes, thank our Lord and Sovereign of our planet.
I also wonder, when exactly did you create this planet?
He says, I did not create this planet. He says he came 90,000 years ago from Venus with the other Buddhas that were with him. He is the 5th Buddha. He is the last sovereign of this planet. But before him were the 4th and the 3rd Buddhas.
Or the
And
other 2?
the other, yes, certainly, of
Who
course.
are the other 2?
He is not talking about that right now, because that is a long subject. But thank you for asking. Yes, he came 90,000 years ago to try and help save the world. Now, he came as an ascended master and as a Buddha first. He came on the beginning of the Magisterial Mission, which was March 20th, 2017, as the Christ. So the answer to your question of coming into this particular mission It was March 20th, 2017, and he is now proclaimed world sovereign as of the Magisterial Mission.
Also, I do have a question. Just to see your opinion on this one. This is more of a thing for Bryce, but do you think I should make the Immortals William an Ascended Master type character?
Absolutely. That's a wonderful idea.
Because he can turn to human form if he wanted to.
Yes, an Ascended Master often incarnates, just like Maitreya does.
And he...
Yes. Saint
Also-
Germain incarnated. And
Also, do you
so
like
many.
the idea of him sitting in a white area that is actually papers, writing down events that basically happen for any...
Well, you could do that. That sounds fine. Sure. That's a very good idea, Alex. Thank you.
Basically.
Okay, thank you for sharing today. Thank you, Lord Maitreya. After all, Alex is the future. Well, thank you, Maitreya. That's wonderful. And thank you also for coming in with the 4 Trinity Teacher personalities so that we can meet more of your team. That's really wonderful. And thank you, Infinite Mother, for bringing in the 4 so that we can meet them. That's really wonderful, too. And they will give us their names.
Ooh.
So, you know, if you're going to be giving us your names, that probably means you would like a drawing of them. Could I quickly bother you to write down just a little description so that I will have that for when I do the drawings. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 right in front of us here. And the first one is in a red gown. We have in red is a brunette. And gold eyes. Brunette with gold eyes and a red gown. Thank you. And number 2 has the green gown. I want to write them all down because I want to do you justice and put at least your color that you have on. And the hair is brunette again, another brunette. And silver eyes this time, how lovely. Okay. And number 3. Number 3 has the white, has a beautiful white gown. And we again have the gold eyes, but we have a blonde. Our blonde is our number 3. And then our number 4 a silver gown. All right. So I will try and do a picture of all of you. Silver gown and gold eyes. Okay. Very good. The gowns are all short.
Hair color.
Oh, she has the silver gown, she has the gold eyes, and she is also the brunette. Okay.
The gowns are short.
Yes. The gowns are not that short. They are below the knee. They are right at the knee, right at the knee, right at knee. All right. And they are sleeveless. Well, it sounds like you're experiencing perfect weather. They are. They have perfect weather. Well, thank you so much. We have the red and the green and the white and the silver. It almost sounds like a song of Christmas. Well, how beautiful you all look. Lord Maitreya, you are in the green tonight. And you are in the personal body, so we do thank you for coming. His personal body tonight. Infinite Mother is in the gold outfit tonight. Okay. All right, that's very good. I just like to have that down because I have to be honest, I forget if I don't write it down. I'm so sorry, but I do, and I do want to do a drawing for you. Lord Maitreya, Infinite Mother, who would like to speak tonight, or our four, no, not our four Trinity Teacher Personalities. Mother, no, Maitreya. Maitreya is going to speak. Thank you so much. I'm going to call you the teacher tonight. That's the word they gave me.
Oh, he's
He
the
is
teacher.
a teacher tonight. That's lovely. All right. Have you been a teacher? You have been, yes. As that part of your function, it's just what he is. He just considers himself, he says he considers himself a teacher. Yes. Well, you know, when you think about it, a lot of people call you, Lord Maitreya, the world teacher.
Yes.
My goodness. Well then, of course, that does sound logical.
In my song, one of the lyrics is New World Teacher,
Oh.
Lord of Light,
Oh, how nice.
And other spiritual traditions call him World Teacher.
You know, I had forgotten that, and but I got that you said teacher, and that you wanted to be called or thought of as a teacher tonight. Teacher. I thank you. I thank you for that. Is there something that you want to teach us? No, he says it's not exactly that. Not exactly that.
For the world?
But he is wanting us to think of him as not just a sovereign, but a world teacher. Do you have a message for us tonight that is bringing some of your teaching messages to us? We'll put it that way. See how he feels about that. That is fine. That is fine. So, Maitreya, what is your message? We have 16 messages from you, and we love every one. But tonight, you are coming with 4 Trinity Teacher personalities. And you are telling me that you are coming tonight as a teacher with these 4. In what way are you trying to express this teacher word to each of us personally? No, collectively. Collectively. Collectively, and the world as a group. So not particularly individual, not particularly country or race or culture or whatever. No. Collectively. He is talking to us tonight as a teacher with his 4 Trinity Teacher, not sons, but personalities. What is your message? He is talking to us as a group, wanting to teach us tonight. About love. About love. You know, this is interesting, I have to say, because I was talking to a friend yesterday who is a very devoted religious woman. She prays morning, noon, and night, just like the local Universe Father wants, and just like you want. But she says her daughter does not believe in God. And she says her children, and she has several, do not. They say they do not believe in God. Is this what you're trying to talk to us about? Yes. Yes. It's more than just a lack of love. No, it is. It is a lack of love. It is a lack of love, he says. It is. It's a lack of love that the people are thinking only of themselves and not others enough.
Does that include God?
What do you mean?
they're only thinking of themselves and not thinking about others, including God. They don't think about God
Yes,
either.
right.
Right.
They are not thinking about others, and they're not thinking about God enough. Is this? Yes.
Is that what is making your task difficult, Lord Maitreya? I know
Yes. Alex asked.
he asked.
He asked how things were going, and Maitreya said they weren't going well.
Yes. Your response was that things weren't going well.
That's correct. Is it because of this lack of love? Of course. So, you're not here to exactly teach us, no, not exactly, but you are here to tell us how important it is that we think more about love in regard to our neighbors, and most especially about God. You know, in the Urantia book they say that we must serve and serve and serve some more.
Service, and more service.
Yes. And to do that, you have to have love for what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Maitreya is saying that to accomplish the goal of prosperity for everyone, to accomplish the goal of happiness and joy for everyone, that we have to start thinking more about others and their happiness and their prosperity. People in the world today are thinking so much about their individual condition and piling up their individual possessions and wants and feeding their emotional and their physical body. And they are tuning out the needs and wants of others that they could help if they were more aware of the plight and the need that is out there. And you have to have love to think about that. A lot of love within your heart. To think of others and go beyond yourself.
Do you have any suggestions, Lord Maitreya, for people to do to help them become aware more that they need to step outside of themselves and love others more?
He wants us to put this message out and tell the people what he's saying. And in that way, we can do our part of letting people know that this has to stop.
This self-centeredness,
This self-centeredness, selfishness, thinking only of our own wants,
self-satisfaction.
self-satisfaction has to stop.
There's a beautiful passage in the Urantia book saying that the universe is not an egocentric universe.
Yes.
That
Yes.
everyone is involved, especially when you read about everyone evolving as a collective within the Supreme. That every part is important to the whole.
Yes.
And if people were to understand how important each person is to the collective evolution, perhaps we would reach out a little bit more and help our brothers and sisters.
He is saying that the people that are prosperous today do not stop in their procuring goods, even when they have enough. And he is saying, enough is enough. It's not so much that he is teaching us tonight. He doesn't want it to look like that. He wants us to know that he is telling us, enough is enough. Yes, enough is enough. He is through teaching. He is now letting us know that the time is finally over for piling up our possessions so high that we can hardly see over them. And start looking around for those that may have needs for those resources instead of piling up more piles and more piles. And again, he's saying, the teaching is over. I'm telling you, enough is enough. And that's the message for tonight. He's saying it's not that there is time anymore for people to continue in the way that they are going. He's saying it is over. It is over. He's saying that we have to change. And people that are realistic can see. They can tell. They can see the signs that are saying, it is done. People are not going to be allowed to pile up their possessions and leave others without food or the basic necessities in the world. I keep thinking, Maitreya, of that picture of a woman in a magazine, one of our news magazines, who was saying, here in Venezuela we have the richest oil fields in the world and we have no food. There was a picture, we got a magazine today, of a man who died waiting in line at a supermarket in Venezuela. And here in America we're piling up our treasures so high our garages are full. Our houses are full, and mine certainly, after all these years of living, certainly has enough too. So he's saying, where will it end? And he's saying, it's ending now. He's saying it's not that you won't be more prosperous in the future. You will be. But it will be of a different nature. Things will be put in proper perspective so that everyone will be included and no one neglected. So he is not coming as a teacher per se tonight. He is coming to proclaim that enough is enough. We must share some of what we have. We must look beyond ourselves and see where we can be of more help. As we climb the ladder to paradise, it is truly the Urantia book theme. You have to keep serving and you have to keep sharing. Sharing and serving. And you have to help others, and your happiness and your prosperity must come with this right attitude of love for others. This is a message of love, if you want to say a message of some kind. The time in the world history of today is for a new civilization to blossom forth through the love of sharing and giving. He is a teacher. His 4 Trinity teacher personalities are going to be working with people and projects on this planet to bring about a more equalization of resources. Too many single individuals have too much, and too many single individuals do not have enough. There has to be an equalization somehow, and he is coming to say, it is now the time to begin doing this. He's saying for us to put this message out, for people to stop. Our country of America does not have a balanced budget, to say the least. He wants every person in America to be an example for the government, to get their budget in balance, and the resources that are left to share with someone that you know has a need, and turn around the whole perspective of the world, to show the world that America can do this, they can too, and that America will help them, to give them the resources and the joy and prosperity that they need. America has it, we just aren't using our resources in the proper way. We have enough in America. It's not used properly. And he's saying it's up to each individual in our country, this great land of America. It's each person's duty to stop piling up their treasures for themselves and turn this world around to paradise on earth. We have 5 teachers here, and of course the Infinite Mother is a teacher too. 6. And they are telling us enough is enough, and now is the time for the world to change, for the people, each individual, to have a new way of thinking that will bring them more joy and more prosperity, because for one thing, their health will improve by discarding, purchasing things that are not good for them and using those resources to give to others. And being examples for the government. I guess there's nothing else to do except have each individual be an example for the government to balance the budget.
Well, just to let you know, which I'm sure you all know there, that we have a person in our government who gave a very important speech to all of the lawmakers in our country, saying we need to balance our budget. We need to be fiscally responsible. So he was brave, and he was a really wonderful example of a person who is fighting for having a healthy use of our monetary resources in our country. And we have powerful people in our political system, leaders that make laws that need to wake up to this fact. And I'm so glad that he did that. I hope others will follow suit.
Yes. Maitreya is saying we cannot really be healthy with the kind of attitude that we have about our material possessions. We are feeding the emotional, the physical body to the detriment of our spiritual and mental bodies. Enough is enough. We cannot live this way any longer.
I know, Lord Maitreya, that we received a message, it must have been a decade ago, at least, where we were told that there would be a time limit for people to change, and that people were to start changing their lifestyles to a more godlike or a more spiritual way. I remember it wasn't in those exact terms, but it seems like people really haven't gotten on board with that. So it looks to me like maybe part of your magisterial mission is kickstarting that and making that more of a reality and pressing that a little bit more now.
He's saying yes, that it will come to be that people will not be able to live like they have been living. Because of changes in the laws, changes in the government, changes in the world. And he's saying, stop now. You cannot live this way any longer. Thinking only of ourselves, using all of our resources only for ourselves. It cannot go on anymore.
I hope, Lord Maitreya, that you'll be talking to some of the political leaders in our world that seem to be working to gain more power, gain more money, more prestige, a legacy. I hope that you will open the hearts and minds of political leaders, very powerful political leaders in very prominent world positions, to help them to see that people are important, that people need resources, they need safety, they need food, they need shelter, clothing, and that you, political leaders, can be instrumental in bringing a happiness and a prosperity to these people.
Yes, yes. The message is clearly enough is enough, and this cannot go on any longer. It really can't. The youth of our country are drowning in college debt. They can't buy a home. It's just, things have to change. Things have to change. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Fees, cost of living keeps going up. Our national debt keeps going up. You know, if each person lived like the government, we'd all be totally bankrupt. Every person in the country, and we are in a certain respect, because our country is. So it's very difficult for us to continue. Some countries have not done well. Venezuela is having a real problem if they cannot keep up their debt payments.
There are so many individuals that are drowning in debt.
Yes.
The government's drowning in debt, our country's drowning in debt, but there are people whose credit cards are so maxed out and their garages are so full, they're just drowning in debt. But yet they keep spending because they keep wanting things all the time.
They need to realize that Maitreya is saying, stop. Just stop. Simplify your life. Stop. Stop the way you are going, stop the way you are living. Really take some time to think about it. For him to bring about this peace on earth and this prosperity for every person, we have to stop climbing this mountain of debt and adding to it. Enough is enough. We cannot live this way any longer. This civilization will not continue if we do. He is saying that. He is actually saying this civilization cannot continue. Cannot continue if we don't stop. Yes. So. Oh, you can show it to me, dear. What is it? Alex has something here, a drawing. Oh, thank you. All right. New members, Lord Maitreya. Maitreya Alexander has brought us a paper, and he's drawn a picture of a certain someone who he has in his new story, The Immortals. And one of the immortals is called Lord Maitreya. How wonderful. And he's beaming and smiling just like you usually are. Not tonight, but usually.
No, I was just wondering if you wanted to be part of this.
Well, he can't be a part of it, but he is glad that you are making him in the story.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm just trying to let you know that he is not really connected with this story.
Yeah, sorry.
But yes, that he said that you could put him in. Yes.
Do you want your character to be like that character that is more joyful than any of the other
Yes,
characters?
because Maitreya usually beams and he's so happy. But tonight he's saying, enough is enough. I'm coming as a teacher, but not really a teacher. I'm coming and saying, you've had the teaching. Now, let's do something about it. Maitreya is powerful. He's in his personal body tonight, but usually he's in his Hispanic, very powerful. Maitreya can do things that you would never dream of. But he's not through yet. He's not quite through yet. Are you in a way admonishing us? Yes. Are you in a way reprimanding? No. He doesn't want it to be that harsh. He's just saying that the time for teaching is over. Now, of course, not for the children, but the adults, the people that are making the decisions, the people that have the power to change. They have to change now. They have to. Because the time has finally dropped. We are in our second year of the Magisterial Mission. And the way people are living now, it's over. It's over. It's simply over. We must change and bring about a new civilization. So that is his message. Change and bring forth the new civilization. They are gone. What is the time, Michael?
The time is 9:03 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes. Enough is enough. The time for teaching is over. He's finally telling us that it's done. We have just had a meeting with Lord Maitreya, 4 Trinity Teacher Sons, which are not sons, they actually were female personalities, and the Infinite Mother. This message, I thought, was one of reprimanding the world, the people of the world, or reprimanding us or everybody for the way that they were living. But it wasn't exactly. He did not really come to teach in this message. He came to proclaim. He came to proclaim. When he said enough is enough, it's over. You cannot live this way any longer. The message that he was giving was one of proclamation, that the new world order was beginning, and it will begin. They say March 20th, 2018. We have had our year of teaching. And of course we will have more teaching, of course, but in this particular instance, the curtain has come down. The civilization that we know it in the world is over. And a new one, right now, we're experiencing it. It will actually come on our March 20th, 2018, but Maitreya's 17th message was not to tell us that we have been doing wrong. It was simply to say that, I'm sorry, but it's over. The civilization you've been living and enjoying for many, many of you is over. And a new civilization, this is the point where a new civilization is beginning. So the 17th message is enough is enough. He's saying you've had your year of us coming, trying to prepare you, but now the curtain has come down and it is done. From now on, he is going to be more aggressive in putting out his programs. We will certainly see more changes. They can't be frightening. They don't want us to be afraid. They want us to know that there is a joyful and prosperous purpose for all of this, but it's for everybody, not just for the few. The new civilization begins on March 20th, 2018.
Maitreya, 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 Maitreya. You world teacher, Lord of light, I feel your presence as we speak, moving and shaking the forces divine, changes for humanity. Maitreya, 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 Maitreya. Here and now we welcome your grace. I know a new day has begun. Leave all the past and the fear behind us. Peace and joy for everyone. Paradise Sun, to earth you come. Welcome. Maitreya, 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 Maitreya. Your team of celestials, a powerful crew, a group to get the job fulfilled, transforming a golden age. What a thrill. Maitreya, Maitreya, Maitreya.